What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI Collector's Edition here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the WWE Ultimate Edition Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. Holla if you hear me! If you can't tell, Scott Steiner is one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. When I was just getting into wrestling, it was about 98, 99. Big Papa Pump was running wild. He was beating Booker T for United States Championships. He was beating Booker T for Tag Team Championships. He was beating Booker T for TV Championships. He was beating Booker T for World Heavyweight Championships. A lot of Booker T Scott Steiner matches now that I think about it. But this figure is long overdue. My understanding is that Scott Steiner for a long time thought that action figures were stupid and people that collect them are morons. And I don't blame him one bit. Because Scott Steiner, what am I going to do? Disagree with the guy? He's entitled to his very valid opinion. But Bron Breakker has joined WWE and the Steiners are on very good terms with WWE now. He's in the Hall of Fame, so we finally get the Big Papa Pump Ultimate Edition that we've always wanted. So let's quickly talk about the accessories. He comes with a new World Heavyweight Championship title, no WWE logo on there, which is good. More of those, the better. He comes with quite an interesting straitjacket. Now this is from his match at Mayhem 2000 against Booker T. They put the straitjacket up on the top of the cage and someone had to climb up there and get it, and they did, and then Scott Steiner was in the straitjacket. He was in so much peril. And then he got out of the straitjacket and whooped Booker T's ass, and what do you know, won the World Heavyweight title. Which I was shocked to realize that he only held that championship one time. I could have sworn he won it like 3 or 4 times, but he held it once for about 4 months, and then he dropped it right before WWF took over and WCW all migrated over to the WWF. So it just makes me realize that his title reign was actually pretty crazy. But let's have a look at the articulation on this one here. You can see he's got the toe articulation, which is nice to see. He's got double jointed legs, but WWE figures put these big old knee pads on there so you can't really get the full movement out of it. He's got butterfly joints, as you can see right here, which work great, and plenty of articulation in the midsection as well. He crunches down a tiny bit, but you can see his back arches quite a lot. Let's get this title off of him so he can drop it to Booker T and then win it back. The waist is just your typical waist articulation. I'd like to see them update that like they did with the Tiffany Stratton figure. Now the arms do pop off quite easily and then they pop right back on. He also comes with a couple of other heads. We've got this sort of like kind of bewildered head, and then we've got this one which is just your typical Scott Steiner head that came with the Elite a little while back. And then obviously we've got the screaming head with the sunglasses on. I'm going to continue my tirade that Mattel need to start just giving us heads with sunglasses sculpted onto them. Thank you. Good night. But in their defense, these sunglasses do feel like they fit on a little bit better, but you know, over time that changes, and I'd really like to see them just give us some sunglasses heads. Now I was watching My Damn Toys and his was a little bit loose in the arms, but I don't know, mine seems to be perfectly fine. Now looking at the paint on this one here, it's not the best. I mean, we've just got the one S logo on there. We should be having those on the sides as well, and then just Big Papa Pump on the back. I mean, it's nice and clean and everything like that, but I don't know, I feel like Big Papa Pump has a little bit more going on his tights than just that, and if it's an Ultimate Edition, then I would expect them to, you know, figure that out and find a way to bring that to us. He comes with a set of fisted hands, he comes with a set of gripping hands, and for some reason he comes with a set of, like, pointed hands as well. I'm not sure what the relevance of that is. I don't ever remember Scott Steiner pointing at stuff, maybe when he's doing a promo, but, you know, they didn't give us a microphone, so that can't really be it. So here he is next to the Scott Steiner Elite, which I've just put on the pants from the Rock Ultimate Edition with the shirt and the pants, and gave him an NWO shirt from the Outsiders 2-pack. I think it looks pretty good. Covers up the long tights from that ugly 2003 run that he had that was no good. And then we've got him side by side, the WCW peak of his career, Big Papa Pump, Big Booty Daddy. Personally, I think there's an 88.8% chance that this Ultimate Edition is the better figure. I don't have any NWO red shirts, but I feel like this Ultimate Edition would look great as NWO Wolfpack. So the chainmail does appear to be a little bit different from the previous one that we got, but I don't know, I kind of like this one a little bit more. The glasses don't really sit that clear, but I feel like it fits on his head better, and this is the old chainmail from the Elite. But it doesn't matter how muscular Scott Steiner is in the upper body if he can't stand up. It's time for the Tarantino test.
Tarantino test.
This is the part of the video where I talk about the feet of the action figure because I think that's the most important part when it comes to posing. If you got small, weak, bad feet, then you're probably going to have a bit of a hard time getting decent poses. And these Ultimate Editions can be very hit and miss. The ankles on this are pretty good. They're not really overly stiff, but they certainly don't feel loose. So I'm going to give this one a thumbs up on the Tarantino test because, yeah, these WWE Ultimate Editions, the feet on them are very basic. Whoops, let's get him standing up properly before he fails the Tarantino test mid-Tarantino. Yeah, there we go. They're very basic and they usually go fine. Tarantino test complete.
Tarantino test.
So this straitjacket is pretty interesting. The sleeves do rip off as well, which I guess is so that you can emulate what happened in the actual match. Can I just rip them off here? No, I don't think that's gonna work. I'm 90% sure this is not how you're supposed to do it, but there you go. So that sleeve can come off and then he can come flying in with the Steiner line. Boosh! It's not a bad accessory. I feel like... Ooh, hang on 1 second. I think I might have found a home for this awkward straitjacket. I gotta figure out the details of it, but I am pretty happy with what we're looking at here. Mr. Steiner, you've just inherited a cane. But I hope you enjoyed my review of the WWE Ultimate Edition Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. Let me know what percentage chance do I have of you hitting the subscribe button and leaving a comment with hashtag #GiveMePsyLocke, which will put you in the draw to win the Psylocke and Thanos 2-pack once I hit 1,000 subscribers. And whether you're a pig from Pittsburgh or a sweat hog from Sacramento, I hope you enjoy a bunch of pictures of Scott Steiner beating up Broke Corbin.
You ain't winning no fight, broke ass Corbin. You are the guy who will fly when the other guy decides to throw you into the sun. Broke ass Corbin, jobber to the stars. Broke ass Corbin, you should have stayed home. We